The Night King is the master and the first of the White Walkers, having existed since the age of the first man. The Night King was the first man that was captured by the pack of the Children of the Forest. Leaf, who was among the pack, pressed the dragonless dagger into his chest, causing his eyes to turn blue and turning him into the first of the White Walkers. Thousands of years later, Leaf tells Bran Stark that our people created the White Walkers to defend themselves when Westeros was invaded by the First Men, who were cutting their sacred trees and slaughtering the Children of the Forest. However, the White Walkers soon turned on their creators and began what was known as the Long Night. Although the Long Night ended, the Night King survived and retreated with the rest of his forces to the lands of Always Winter, where they hid as they faded into legend and obscurity. Thousands of years later, the Night King marches south again. The Night King and his motivations have been the subject of many fan discussion and theorizing. Although many thought the Night King's motivation is much more than simply killing everyone, with most of fans believing he wants to either protect his White Walkers or even to heal them, the showrunners recently confirmed that it's all pretty simple. The Night King is death, and all he wants is to kill them all. The showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss sat down with Entertainment Weekly to provide some concrete insight into the Night King's origin, nature and motivation. David Benioff and D.B. Weiss explained they wanted to give the Night King and thus the White Walkers an origin that felt practical rather than mystical, an origin out of history rather than legend and myth. It was almost logical as you went back in time, as you create a prehistory for all this. Weiss said and continued with, "We have seen what the White Walkers do, we have seen how they perpetuate themselves and create the Whites. Well, if you're going backwards, well, they made these things, so what made them? We always lacked the implication that they were not some kind of cosmic evil that had been around since the beginning to time, but that the White Walkers had a history, that something that seems legendary and mythological and permanent wasn't. They had a historical cause that was comprehensible, like the way the wars on screen we're seeing unfold are comprehensible. They're the result of people or beings, with motivations we can understand. And once you go back into that flashback scene, that required a person there, and that was Vlad, who for a long time was our best stuntman, Benioff added. We understand why the Children of the Forest created the Night King, the first White Walker, to defeat the First Men who were invading their lands, but what's driving the White Walkers now? What does he want this time? Is it power? Is it the cure for himself and other White Walkers? According to Benioff, we're looking at something more basic. I don't think of him as evil, I think of him as death, Benioff added and continued with, and that's what he wants for all of us. It's why he was created and that's what he's after. This huge reveal will probably have many fans disappointed, especially those who hoped for a twist to the Night King's nature and motivations. At the very basic level, the Night King is just pure evil. After all, he was made by the Children of the Forest to kill men, that's it. The Night King does not have any free will in the matter. As it turns out, he is simply death in the form of a creature. Benioff states that another common question they get about the character is why doesn't the Night King ever speak? But what is he going to say, Benioff counters, and finish with anything the Night King says diminishes him. The showrunner D.B. Weiss also told to the Deadline, "I do not think of the Night King as a villain as much as death. He's not like Joffrey or Ramsay, he is not really human anymore. To me, evil comes when you have a choice between that and good, and you choose the wrong way. The Night King doesn't have a choice, he was created that way, and that's what he is. In some ways, he's just death, coming for everyone in the story, coming for all of us. In some ways, it's appropriate he doesn't speak. What's death going to say? Anything would diminish him. He's just a force of destruction. I don't think we have ever been tempted to write dialogue for the Night King. Anything he said would be anticlimactic." Long story short, the Night King's true motivations have been revealed and confirmed by the showrunners. He's simply death in the form of a creature coming for all of them. This is coming after the actor who plays the Night King already spoken out about his target and true intentions. The Night King has only one side, a bad side. All he wants is revenge, and he has a target he wants to kill. Every director has a different vision of how to play him, Furtick said. Dan and David want him to be a cold man. Some of the directors want to show that there's some human in him. Furtick also played the Night King as a human in the Season 6 episode The Door, where we see Children of the Forest create him by shoving a piece of dragon glass into his chest. Furtick says somebody made him the Night King and continues with, "Nobody knows who he was before, a soldier or part of nobility. He never wanted to be the Night King. I think he wants revenge. Everybody in this story has two sides, a bad side and a good side. The Night King has only one side, a bad side. But then we get into real spoilers. When asked what we can expect from the Night King in the final season, Furtick replied with, "People will see he has the target he wants to kill, and they will find out who that is," Furtick teases. And just like that, the biggest mystery of Game of Thrones has been revealed. The Night King is not coming to destroy the human race, but he doesn't mind doing so in order to kill that certain someone. So we have the showrunners revealing that the Night King is dead and he is coming for all of them, and we have an actor who plays the Night King saying that the Night King actually has a target, a person he wants to kill. Basically, the Night King is coming south, going into another war with the realm of the man, just because of that particular person, and that particular someone, the Night King's target is most likely Bran Stark. There's few other popular guesses like Jon or Dany, but if it was Jon or Dany, he already had a chance to kill them in the Frozen Lake battle. If he could throw a spear at a moving dragon, he most certainly could have thrown a spear at any of them, if he was truly coming after them and if one of them was his actual target. So if it's not Jon or Dany for whom the Night King is coming after, then it's got to be Bran Stark. In Season 6, Bran makes a risky decision to experience a vision on his own, and finds himself looking at an army of whites and the Night King and other White Walkers at the back. Bran walks closer and is shocked to see that the Night King notices his presence. Bran wakes up screaming after the Night King suddenly appears right next to him and grabs his arm. The Three-Eyed Raven says that the Night King touched him, which Bran confirms when a blue hand mark is seen on his forearm. The Three-Eyed Raven says because of that mark, the Night King now knows exactly where they are. The Three-Eyed Raven cave got destroyed and the Three-Eyed Raven got himself killed by the Night King, but not before he spent a few good seconds glaring at him. Having killed the original Three-Eyed Raven, it's possible that he's now coming after the new Three-Eyed Raven, Bran. At the beginning of Season 7, we see Bran pass the wall, and then at the end of Season 7 we see the Night King attacking the wall, breaching it and passing it as well. Bran is currently in Winterfell, and as the official trailer confirmed it, the Night King will be attacking and destroying it as well, just like he has been attacking and destroying the two previous places Bran has been before, the Three-Eyed Raven cave and the wall. Bran Stark is most likely that particular person and target the Night King is coming after. Verdict also spoiled that there will be another stare down between Jon Snow and the Night King. Thinking back at Hardhome, he teases, there's also that moment when Jon Snow was on the boat and the Night King looked at him and raised his arms. There's similar and even stronger moment between Jon and the Night King this time. Perhaps this time it will be more personal and this time the two will finally fight. Jon knows the Night King is coming after his little brother, but he'll firstly have to defeat him to come anywhere close to kill Bran, and the Night King on the other hand doesn't mind killing everyone to do so. In conclusion, the showrunners finally confirmed what many of us thought in the first place. There's no big twist about the Night King. He's dead, that's coming for them, but still he has one particular person target among the living, and that's why he's coming now after those thousands of years. The Night King is coming to kill all the men, which is exactly what they have been created to do, and the reason they're marching south at this exact moment is most likely because of Bran, the Night King's most probable target. In this video I'm also bringing you the newest Season 8 photos released by the Sunday magazine XL Seminole. Ever since the show began filming in Spain for Season 5, Spanish media has been deeply connected to the show, and so they are one of the first to gain entry into the secretive Season 8 set, giving us a new insight into the final season, as well as new promotional photos and interviews. Here's the photo of Jon Snow arriving in Winterfell. We also have this photo of Jorah Mormont in Wintertown near Winterfell, location through which Jon and Dany are passing through on their way to Winterfell in the trailer. XL Seminole saw Emilia Clarke, Kit Harington and many others film in expanded Winterfell set, which is apparently 35% larger in surface area than it was last season. In the scene described, Dany wearing her now signature white fur dress enters the Winterfell courtyard for the first time, the scene we glimpsed back in January. It's one of the first scenes of the season, when Dany meets the family of her new boyfriend Jon, explains Harington. It's a difficult situation for him, I cannot say more. The Northerners will need some more convincing to trust Dany. According to Bella Ramsey, her character Lyanna Mormont is not very happy with the arrival of a foreign queen. So it's not only Sansa who will give some hard time to Jon or Dany, but it's also all the Northern lords and ladies. We also learned that Dany's arrival into Winterfell was filmed many times. We have heard this before. The almost doubled production time was not just for the sake of battles, but to ensure every scene is filmed in the best way possible. The showrunners Benioff and Weiss did not want to spare any expense to do the ending justice. Since they would take hours to film, were now taking days and so on. The showrunners made sure everything would be perfect in the final season, and one cannot simply wait to see the ending of this masterpiece. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.